Find yourself getting passed by multiple cars, as I mentioned earlier on, so you're off in a very precarious situation, but he often finds himself in these places. He doesn't qualify as well as he races.
Up front they are getting with Lee Aberdeen and Luca Varani not very far apart at all here, but I just want to see how Alistair Haig deals with Marcello Kessler coming around the old hairpin.
I would say it's not the best decision they've ever made, just not having done that under the safety car, really.
Yeah, they're taking their pit stop strategies from Ferrari lately or something. What's going on?
In turn one, just too much gas on them, too much feet on the round pedal, and unfortunately he's dropped him all the way down the order, but Philip Hammer is out in front by an 8.91 seconds. Dan Michael is a wall there, sir. And it definitely doesn't want to be hitting that earlier on as well.
Difficult, the understeer is in the dirty air through that final corner because it's such a long corner and you get dragged off into the grass very easily. He'll have the slipstream down towards the chicane. Peterson was briefly alongside, but that slipstream has saved him and kept him in third.
Yeah, Varani now lost a little bit of time to Aberdeen, about half a second. Peterson is Pike's pushed Morton forward up ahead. He's got out of line. Is now Pike going to have a go at Werrell? Don't push him off. He's in the championship fight. Jack Werrell chasing down Carl Jacklin. Further down, Rob Williams and Chris Barnes.
Sensational run outside line now though for the heavy braking zone. Around the outside goes the Audi R8.
Look how much Miller's caught back into play. Exactly. Miller's still start trouble. He's left on second and change. All of a sudden, Miller's back in play.
Moving on to the back end of Phil Jocelyn. So there's been a lot of movers and shakers in this first 2 laps here for race.
Absolutely serious racing league. Everybody's allowed to have fun. Yeah, and it's all about the entertainment. So I hope everybody is enjoying themselves out there in the chat. We know that Ron is been enjoying himself watching the Burger King machines off into the grass a little bit there as they're really bunching up now.
Does he have it? Medeiros is going to get it. They haven't got it.
He's on the outside line though, going into the fastest corner on the circuit. Surely this can't work.
Dominic Ligner has got a sensational run outside line now though for the heavy braking zone. Around the outside goes the Audi R8.
Look how much Miller's caught back into play. Exactly. Miller's still such up. He's not on second and change. All of a sudden, Miller's back in play.
Can Barry do it? Big Barry's going to do it. Big Barry. Good evening and welcome back to the PCUP Round 10 live from Suzuka in Japan. I'm James Parfitt, going to be joined in the booth by the one, the only, the Mr. Mighty Dean Biggles this evening as we go into Round 10 of what has been quite an incredible season here so far. We can bring you up the current standings in the pros. It is Xander Reed out in front with Michael McLeod in second, Samuel Sproul in third, Ayden Young fourth, Adam Schmidt fifth, Charlie Puya sixth, Colby Warren seventh, Adam Morrow 8th, Shannon Moffrell 9th, Mikey Howanick 10th, Jeremy Littleton 11th, Ariel Julian 12th, Michael Carrillo 13th, Corey Lazarus 14th, Alex Witt 15th, Young Choi 16th, Dylan Vanderbeek 17th, Tyler Anderson is in 18th place currently at the moment, Bryce Rodriguez 19th, Troy Fenelon 20th, Patrick Hingston 21st, Aaron Hall 22nd, Mark Lambert 23rd, Alex Sendra 24th, Beckham Jasir 25th, Jordan Malcolm 26th, Alexander Wilford 27th, and Ryan Wilderfett in 28th place, and Felipe Straffarelli in 29th. Then in the AMs we have got Dan Moreira in front on 264 with Carl Ribbon in second on 247. Jonathan Deckisher in third on 239. Rob Rodriguez on 195. Anthony Robinson in fifth place. Charles Edwards sixth. Gary Watson seventh. Sean Mulholland eighth. Matthew Wyckoff ninth. Jeffrey Seabrook 10th. Hayden Bush 11th. Mark Santana 12th. Luigi Santiago in 13th. Noel Jakowitz 14th. Jean Willem in 15th place, Armand Brusso 16th, Jordan Miller 17th, and Drew Stanley is down in 18th. Then beyond that, Darren Sutherland, Michael Blaze, Steve Hassett, John Krause, Jose Maria, Mark Darnell, Patrick Hingston, Benjamin Harris, Noel Hanna, and Calvin Ross down in 28th place. But you've heard me ramble on enough as we're just about to go into qualifying. And let's bring Biggles into the booth. Good evening, young sir. How are you?
G'day. Absolutely great. Thank you very much. Of course, we're here in Suzuka, in Japan, that possesses more than half of the industrial robots in the world. But today, James, it's man and woman and machine in harmony. Japan, forests, mountains, vending machines everywhere. We'll be squeezing these cars about a 5.8 kilometer circuit this evening. A run about 320 meters from pole down into the braking point somewhere around turn 1. 18 of those turns total. 8 to your left and 10 to the right. And you should be taking a lap distance about 50% full throttle. As this track was opened in 1952 as a test track for Honda, and it has a capacity of about 155,000 fanatical Japanese motor racing fans.
Well, there you go. There's some information there from our resident man in the back there, Mr. Biggles. We have just entered into practice currently at the moment. So into qualifying, sorry. So we will be in Qualy currently here as well. And one that I think is going to be an absolutely incredible race. Hopefully these guys, what's going to be the flashpoints here, Biggles? Where are we expecting all the overtakes to be made?
Degner's, perhaps. Casio, another opportunity. Spoon, if you're bold and brave. I mean, getting a good exit at Spoon. Yep, I think that's practically about that. I wouldn't try anything in the center S's and that sort of jazz. What do you think, James?
No, I think going up through the S's, you're just in danger, to be honest. Back straight round into Casio, maybe. Can have a good go there as well. But I think overall, it'll be probably down into turn 1 if they're brave enough. Yeah, into the hairpin if they get a good run out of Degner 1 and Degner 2. But never say never. It could be absolutely anywhere. So let's see how these guys manage this, and hopefully it will all be nice and clean here in Qualy currently as well, as the drivers do go out. We've got 8 minutes of Qualy. Heat 1 is 15 minutes, and then the feature is 30 minutes with a top 8 reverse. So let's see how we get on. Good evening, Mr. Ryan O'Connor. Welcome in. Thank you so much for joining us. And I think it's going to be, overall, it's going to be a very interesting race. Suzuka itself is always interesting. That run down into turn 1 could cause problems depending on how reliable they're going to be on the brakes. But I think we should get everybody through cleanly. And as I probably say that, it might all go a little bit Pete Tong and they may end up having a big old smash up. So let's hope not, but we'll see what happens on that run down for the first time.
Well, of course, as I said, from a standing start, it's a 320-meter run down into that. So that is quite a bit of speed that you're going to build up. And then, of course, everybody's going to be all braking at once, hopefully at the right time to evenly spaced. And, of course, seizing some opportunities for overtakes because you have to go for a gold on the start. And also, it's always about getting the start down, isn't it? Not bogging down there. And these cars, once again, we've said all throughout the season, difficult beasts to handle. No traction control, none of those fancy gizmos.
No, it is literally you against the machine. That's it. It's you against the machine, nothing else in the middle. And it's one that's definitely going to be tricky here for these guys. Too much power coming out the hairpin. They are going to go round in a wonderful circle, pirouetting like a ballet dancer in Swan Lake. Let's just put it that way. But I think, hopefully, it's been pretty clean so far this season. I can't really see this being any different. You know, there's obviously been incidents and accidents, but generally, overall, the standard of driving's been pretty good. And I think that long shall it continue, shall we say?
Yeah, a lot of drivers back. Of course, a nice stacked grid because the old Nuremberg weekend, 24 hours. Some of these drivers most likely probably did participate. Almost everybody we know in every racing league across the planet there, James. Somebody participated in that. So everybody's had a bit of a breather from that now on a Thursday here in the Americas. And probably going on Friday, actually, for you. Yes.
It is Friday.
Aussies, Canadians, remember, in this field. So, and of course, the Costa Rican drivers, both of them are back there, Michael Corello and Dan Monera. And of course, we can't forget about our blackout sponsors as those times are coming in thick and fast. The blackout for your electrical solutions in Southeast Queensland, which once again, Joe, I'll be back there sometime later on this year. So I'll definitely be hitting up the lads.
Yeah, definitely.
Xander Reed's looking quick.
Xander Reed is looking quick, but then again, I suppose when we look at it, when is the day that Xander Reed isn't looking quick as he goes on to pole on a 202.167, Jordan Strudwick 202.755, Ayden Young 203.261 there as well, and I think it's going to be a really tidy evening of racing. There is obviously a few of the Brits involved in this one. Niall Killen is involved in here, and Jordan Strudwick as well from the UK with the Canadians, the Americans, and of course the Costa Rican driver. So hopefully the guys from the UK will be able to put on a good show, but I'm sure they will. Niall Killen in the AMS is currently sitting in second in class, 10th overall at the moment. So one, I think he will be doing an absolutely stellar job with Carl Ribbon behind him, Alex Witt as well. They're in 13th overall, 10th in class at the moment. Ayden Young is on a flyer here, Biggles. He's got 1 purple and 3 greens in the process.
Yeah, it's just, this is my money on the young lad, of course. I don't recommend betting. I used to work for a sports betting company back in Australia. Most people lose. Bet if you can bet nothing. But Ayden Young, we know how improved he has been, fiercely forwarding his way up and up in the championship, and we'll see if the young lad can fiercely forward his way to a pole position and beat Xander Reed. Not quite sure. He's going to have to pull a lot of purple sectors in there, but can he take and deny the Brit from P2? That'll be the question.
Well, let's see how close he's going to get to Jordan Strudwick's time, 202.755. Seen him recently in a W12 here in the LSRL F1 League. Is young Ayden Young doing an absolutely stellar job there last week out. So, yeah, W12 and a PCUP, completely different cars, Biggles.
Exactly. You're taking one of the fastest machines on the planet with all the fancy gizmos, of course, and then an old school Porsche car, not that old, but, you know, with a lot less speed and a lot less fancy gizmos, Formula One. That, of course, we won't be having this weekend because, you know, it's more important to deal with the flooding situation.
Yeah, it definitely is, mate. And I've got a friend out there at the moment, round about the same area of Italy, that is currently out there watching Bruce Springsteen in concert.
Oh, so yeah, that wasn't cancelled?
I don't believe so, no.
Yeah, apparently I was surprised. Michael McLeod's looking pretty quickly as well, so he might be able to look at challenging perhaps Xander Reed. That looks to be very untouchable at this point for the qualifying. But apparently it was all soaked ground and everything where that concert would be, so I'm not quite sure that would be a pleasurable experience. I'm surprised they didn't cancel it too, because that puts a lot of pressure on the local authorities. Well, I think today was a bit of a break, wasn't it, in the weather for once?
Yeah, they didn't cancel it. He was stood in a puddle of mud, apparently, he was telling me.
Yeah, there you go. It's like a British concert, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like Glastonbury. You know what I mean? It always rains at Glastonbury. 202.981 for Michael McLeod goes into 4th place here. And a little under 15 seconds remaining. Alex Witt is another man that he's sat there currently at the moment in his Bojangled liveried Porsche. Got to be honest, I'm liking that. Props there.
I like it. Yeah. I mean, there's some fantastic liveries across the board there. And that is it for our, very quickly, lone qualifying session. James, you get those grid results up in a second.
Yeah, so here is the grid for race 1. Xander Reed in first, Jordan Strudwick second, Ayden Young third, Michael McLeod fourth, Corey Lazarus fifth, Charlie Puya sixth, Mikey Howarnick seventh, Colby Warren is in eighth, and it's Chris Daniel leading the AMs in ninth place, Ariel Julian in 10th, Adam Schmidt 11th, Niall Killen is down in 12th. Shannon Mofferall 13th, Carl Ribbon 14th, Dan Morera 15th, Jonathan Deckisher 16th, Alex Witt 17th, Anthony Robinson 18th, Samuel Sproul 19th, Charles Edward 20th, Sean Mulholland 21st, Michael Carrillo 22nd, Gary Watson 23rd, and Hayden Bush down in 24th. Luigi Santiago 25th, Felipe Straffarelli 26th, Jean Rivera 27th, Kenny Eckert in 28th, and Young Choi down in 29th place. We've got 29 cars on track, and I think we're going to be looking at some mighty warriors here this evening who are going to be driving these cars around this very tricky track of Suzuka. Overall, I love this circuit. I think,
figure 8 too. Remember, not many of them that we do get. And James, they are going to be called this evening Samurais, because we obviously here in Japan, not Centaurians, or that sort of stuff. Samurais are going to be battling their way around this great track. One of James's favourite tracks, of course. That's still not as good as Interlagos. Say Interlagos is your favourite, right?
Interlagos all day, baby. All day.
And a great grid, as you said, 29 brave Samurais will be battling around here. A couple of new names, too, I believe, have in the league, James. Or at least they've been stepping away for their little vacation and back again.
Yeah. That is Xander Reed's car on pole position. Just waiting for Kenny Eckert to get on to the grid. He's got about 5 seconds. There we go. He's
running from the bathroom.
Yeah, aren't we all? You know what I mean? I did that before we went live. Right, here we go. Lights are on now. 1 light, 2 light, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And it's green, green, green. Away we go. And Xander Reed's got an absolute flyer. Goes to the left-hand side. There's a crash at the back of the field already. And that is never good on the grid. Full packed this time round. Anthony Robinson had an incident, but it's Xander Reed down in turn 1 with Jordan Strudwick, Ayden Young and Michael McLeod in 3rd and 4th place. Corey Lazarus 5th, Mikey Howarnick 6th, Charlie Puya in 7th as they snake up through the S's for the first time. I would say it was nice and clean, but poor old Anthony Robinson didn't seem to think so there with Hayden Bush.
Yeah, I mean, if he got collected from behind, so somebody must have bogged down at the start there, and then it turns into a little bit of a little car park there, and right where Barney was waving that flag, Barney didn't even jump out of the way. Brave man. But usually you'd be sitting there if you did bog down at the start, wouldn't it? If you were stalled, you'd be waving your hands out there, or be waving some flags, but it's not going to happen. We'll get a replay of that at the moment there. But Xander Reed, and not too much of a change in the top 5 too, James. Everybody's sticking at the first places for our first heat. Oh, just spoke of the devil of that one, and there goes Corey Lazarus.
Corey Lazarus, last time out at the Nürburgring, of course, was out in front. And then we may have stuck the camera on him, and then it went a little bit Pete Tong for him. Samuel Sproul in up 6 places, in 13th place currently at the moment, but it is Straffarelli is also into the pits as well. He's had an off once more as Felipe Straffarelli, and is now in the pits. Not ideal there either for these guys, but we are going to have a quick look back at this start. It might have been Niall Killen here, Biggles, who did not get away on the grid, and the only thing he ends up doing, I'm trying to get behind him.
Chopper, get to the chopper. There it is.
Yeah,
there. So
he spins up. backs up. Anthony Robinson, I'm going to believe it hits him after that. And then unfortunately...
It's not bad. You'd have to say, only like the other car luckily snuck through there. Unfortunately, Anthony had nowhere to go. It's just fence and car.
Yeah, definitely. There was just no room at the end for him as they come through Casio Triangle here as well in Heat 1.
It's one of the blackout machines off there too. Blackout Motorsports. I'm quite sure which one that was. Was that Adam?
Yeah, Adam Schmidt, Young Choi, also involved in this. Hayden Bush, another man who's not having a good time of it currently at the moment, but Adam Schmidt has jumped in. He's in the pit lane, so not ideal for them, but it is Xander Reed out in front by about 2.1 seconds over Ayden Young, with Jordan Strudwick and Michael McLeod tucked up behind him currently at the moment. And again, they're snaking up through these S's. KY Jellyfish team there, Michael McLeod sitting in currently 4th place with Jordan Strudwick behind him. Mikey Howanick, Charlie Puya, all involved in this as they go round Dunlop, running round into the Degners now. Well, we've lost a few and a few gainers here, but Carl Ribbon is up 4 places here, fighting away with Ariel Julien as well. I'm not entirely sure where Julien was going there, but wherever he was going, he took a bit of a shortcut.
To Fuji, I think, mate. Wrong track. Yeah, but there's your Degners for you, isn't it? They always produce some great action.
Yeah, they definitely do. Oh, nearly touch up there from Ariel Julien and Samuel Sproul. Jonathan Dekisher in the mix here. He's fighting away in 15th place with the Bojangles car of Alex Witt in front of him. In 14th at the moment, Ariel Julien is being swamped here as well. He's losing places all over the place and is currently now sat down in 13th with Alex Witt behind him. He's gone from the front of this field, or the front of this pack, we should say, which involves Shannon Moffrell and Samuel Sproul, to about halfway mid-pack with Ariel Julien and Alex Witt behind him as well. So it's all getting a little bit tight, and even tighter with Charlie Puya and Michael McLeod. Michael McLeod there with Mikey Howanick in the field as well with Biggles. They're all battling away quite nicely all the way through.
Well, just before that, Mikey got past Michael McLeod. There's 2 Mikeys, actually, if you want to call Mikey Michael. But the Mikeys battled it out exactly just before. So he got the overtake and moved himself up into P4 currently at the moment. As you can see, the battle there for P2 currently with young Ayden Young trying to bring it and side by side at the moment. James, here we go. At some point, you're going to have to lift off through the S's, or you can try to follow each other through. I have seen it before. You're going to do it.
No, Jordan Strudwick backs off. Yeah, slips in behind him once more here with Mikey Howanick behind that as well. It's almost side by side with Carl Ribbon and Alex Witt and Jonathan Dekisher. Their mix-up really nose to tail currently at the moment here as they're going up through the S's once more. There's been an off-track for Hayden Bush. Hayden Bush is not having a good time of it here this evening as well. Unfortunately, has been around more times than the Bally Dancer in the Swan Lake there for Hayden Bush. So Ayden Young is under attack from Jordan Strudwick.
Have you seen Swan Lake? Last time was Brisbane, Australia, actually, of course, where the Blackout Electrical Solutions are one of our sponsors. That's what I did see Swan Lake with my girlfriend there. So there you go. I'm just wondering if you've been seeing Swan Lake recently, because talking a lot about it.
Well, you know, it's a ballet, and I saw it on TV, but I think that was actually called Black Swan. Close enough.
It's the first ballet I ever watched, but it's beautiful to watch. I mean, not my cup of tea to watch all the time, but get a chance to watch it.
Yeah, it's
very artistic. It's like watching these cars go around the track, right, James? Like, it's just
it's like opera as well. I get the concept, but I don't quite get it. You know what I mean? But
the problem with opera, it doesn't have all the massive acting that you do have, like with dancing, lots of stuff with Swan Lake, because these cars are dancing their way around. Suzuka, look at that speed, the sensation of speed, the pressure right now that Ayden Young's got after taking that position, because I don't think anybody can touch Xander. Once again, Xander's up the road, he's gone.
4 seconds gone, to be honest. So he is absolutely flying. Luigi Santiago here, trying to chase down Kenny Eckert in front in the P-Cup. Going into Casio Triangle, Santiago. Nice livery. I do like that. Yeah. Props to you. Kenny Eckert goes in deep into Casio. He's going to be under attack, is he, from Santiago. Santiago couldn't get the power down quick enough. Dan Morera here is another man as well, with Jean-William Rivera behind him, and Charles Edwards as well in front of him.
Vamos with the Costa Rican driver. He's spotting a new livery though, I think, as well. Sorry, Joe.
Yeah, Michael Carrillo has not had a good time coming out the last corner. He unfortunately has been off track at the same time here, but it is back with Dan Morera. And
is that a double Costa Rican curse then?
Well, you did it. I didn't do it.
One was yeah.
I'm declaring innocence on this one. I got to be honest. I mean, I managed to get through a whole broadcast earlier without cursing anyone. So, I did a pretty well job. Right, O'Connor there, Lowell, Black Swan and Swan Lake. Same thing.
Swan Lake.
Both ballet films. Corey Lazarus has just got past Samuel Sproul as well. I don't know if anybody's watched Black Swan. You should. It's actually quite a good film.
Well, the Kiwi battle right there, of course, for the Blackout Motorsports New Zealand, a teammate. So they're going to work together to try to hold off their Ariel Julian. Or not. I think Ariel's just keeping with the pace, so they're going to work together.
Yeah, I don't think he's quite got the pace to get past Corey Lazarus or Samuel Sprout here. Jonathan Deckisher might have the pace to get past Carl Ribbon. Ribbon has dropped back a little bit from Alex Witt. He's about 8 tenths back currently as well. So Ribbon has got a little bit of a chasing to do as they're running up that backstretch now. And through 130R into Casio Triangle, and it is going to be Deckisher here who's going to be looking at trying to make this move. Past Carl Ribbon, going through 130R. He's going to sit up right behind him currently at the moment. Here he goes. He's going to be nestling in. Is he going to get close enough into Casio? I don't think he's going to be close enough this time around. He's going to have to dive if he can. Doesn't get it done this time. He's going to be sat behind him as well. He might get him on the run down into turn one, but again, he's got to be a lot closer as Deckisher. He's got to be in about that 2.5 tenths window to be able to make a difference, as he's got that long run down into turn one now. And it is Jonathan Deckisher battling away with Carl Ribbon for second in the AM class. That's led by Chris Daniel at the moment, who's up in the order. He's 8th overall, first in class there, doing an absolutely stellar job, Biggles. But is Luigi Santiago with Kenny Eckert side by side going into turn one. Santiago on the right hand side, Eckert on the left. As Santiago is through, job done from him. Ayden Young pulled up a bit of a gap over Strudwick, about half a second.
And Santiago's livery there, as you said, it's quite nice because it's got like that metallic foil there. Kind of reminds me of like, food reference again here, insert food reference, as like one of those mints, isn't it? Almost like a toothpaste kind of colour flow there with his livery. I don't know, I've never called a car toothpaste livery before, but it's a first of many here as well to it. JPB Broadcasting, and make sure you hit the like and subscribe if you want to get these food puns or any puns possible there, or Swan Lake perhaps.
Hey, I like Swan Lake. Eric, I know you got Go Niall there. Niall did not have a good time coming off the start line, I'm not going to lie. He did end up getting caught up in an incident that he did cause. Too many beans through the right foot, and unfortunately he spun that back end of that Porsche round. So Niall Killen is all the way down here in 21st place, trying to track down Gary Watson currently at the moment. Carl Ribbon is still not dropped off Jonathan Deckisher, and he's still not onto the back of Witt. So he is going to be under attack. He's got about 2.5 tenths currently.
It's got to be on the bumper, mate. You got to be right on the bumper if you're going to try to make a move, obviously, in the Casio.
It's just not. He's just not close enough. I don't think he can get close enough on the exit out of Spoon, to be honest, to be able to get onto the back of Carl Ribbon. He is close now, but obviously that's at the end of the straight, so that's really no good for him here. Now Killen trying to go up the inside of Gary Watson, not going to be able to get through. Watson in that monster livery, Killen in the black-white livery there, gold and white, sorry, or orange and white.
Orange
and white might be better, but there we go. And
get it right with the white, old orange. He's Dan.
He's just been overtaken by Rivera.
Did he get damaged, do you think, early when a off-track excursion? I'm not sure it was Dan. Actually, that was Michael, his countryman. I had that. Ooh, definitely brewing up here. As tick-tock with the time, of course, for the first heat.
Yeah. Alex Witt, Carl Ribbon.
John's gone off somewhere. John's gone off track big time. He's back down P6 at the moment there. Unfortunately, your British driver here, my friend, has just made a little bit of error and gone off the track there.
Twice, mind you, not just once. He did it twice. Sprung it up.
Well, 3 times the charm if you get the third time. I don't recommend it.
Through Dunlop.
Saved it, but.
Yeah, and then he comes back on and goes, technically there's an on and off track, believe it or not. And he drops it all the way down behind Michael McLeod now for Jordan Strudwick, unfortunately for him. not ideal. Carl Ribbon looks like he's got a slow exit out of the hairpin. That's going to bring into play Dekisher, who's going to be tucking up right behind him currently. They battle down in the midfield. Shannon Moffel, Chris Daniel are also here as well, a pro and an am. From Daniel's point of view, I kind of not really need to get involved in this battle, but that's like telling a racing driver not to drive a car. It's just difficult overall, isn't it?
It's like telling your kids to pick up Lego after they've been playing with it all night. It's never going to happen, is it?
After you're walking through the house at 3 in the morning and you tread on it, try not to scream out blue murder when your foot is absolutely in pain after treading on Lego.
You still play with Lego once in a while. You can never be too old for Lego.
Mate, I still build it. I've got the Star Wars Lego collection behind me.
There you go, see? I was going to say, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, Adam Schmidt.
Lego is limitless. That's off-track excursion there for Mr. Mint Toothpaste, Santiago's livery.
Yeah, he's still battling away. Ribbon's still got Dekisher behind him as well. Do you know, there was an interesting thing I found out about toothpaste the other day.
What?
Do you know? No, do you know on the box they've always got that little piece of toothpaste, haven't they? That little picture of the toothpaste.
Yes.
They call it a drip or drop or something, and they call it, I don't know.
Right.
And did you know that toothpaste companies have actually sued each other over that picture of that little bit of toothpaste?
Really, like the style, the pattern?
Yeah, they literally said
I can imagine
it
that.
looks the same as the ones we use, so it is. Jonathan Dekisher sneaking up the inside of Dunlop over ribbing, and Dekisher is finally through. He's now through to get onto the back of Alex Witt here as well as they go through Degner 1 and Degner 2, but Dekisher now is free. Is he going to be able to get onto the back of Witt? It's not going to take him long. Yeah, apparently they went into a big old legal battle about the fact of what that drip or drop or whatever fancy name it's got. It's got some peculiar name that actually looks like, and they ended up suing each other over the style. Ariel Julien.
Comes off the side there.
Yeah, Julien.
It's just something getting out of the way, I believe. Sorry. Yeah.
No, Julien crashed, unfortunately.
Oh. Another Degner crash?
Yeah.
Was it
it's coming out of Dunlop. Yeah, Dunlop for Ariel Julien. But I think he may have spun it up coming out the hairpin here. Got a funny
Maybe
feeling.
he reached for the toothbrush and had a look at these.
Yeah, there we go.
Kept out of the fence. He's already half dinged up there at the moment too, so he's probably struggling. Oh, the steering of that machine.
Yeah, Adam Schmidt has
Sponsored
also...
by Colgate.
Hey, I like Colgate.
Get your smile on.
Yeah,
Colgate will be one of those companies. But here we go. Ayden.
Final lap of the race.
No, sorry, yes, that's not. That's battle for P2. Yep, I was going to say Ayden couldn't have possibly been that close to Xander Reed, but he's going to have to hold off the flying Mikey.
Yeah,
it's going to be a good battle there, James. As you said, last lap.
Yeah, coming up side by side through the S's. Young in the yellow and black. Mikey Howenick in the... Ayden Young giving Mikey Howenick a bit of a nose job there, unfortunately. And nearly lost it all. If Mikey had kept it in there, it would have been bye-bye Ayden Young, as you had come across him on that one. So you want to be a little bit careful. But Ayden Young going through Dunlop, holding on to second place. Xander Reed is on his way through Degner 1 and 2 and on his way off to the hairpin on the final lap here as well. 8 laps, don't forget, for the first one. And then we go into a 30-minute feature with a top 8 reverse. So they're going to have to try and battle their way through. Jean-William Rivera is off. Eckert is in the pits. Bush is out. Straffarelli's out. I'm not surprised Ayden Bush is out. He's had an absolute horrendous race 1 so far and is maybe looking to come back in race 2.
And Chris Daniel just got, I believe, very, very close. Did he get an overtake on Warren? Yes. So he's up at a P8 in that key position for the reverse grid.
Yeah,
so that's the kind of perfect place you want to be on an overtake. Absolutely, for sure, to give you the opportunity to delay the inevitable of Xander Reed coming back through the pack for the feature race. We'll see. But Ayden's now going to hold off here for dear life to maintain that P2 as Xander Reed will once again be somebody on the radio tells Xander Reed, come back to Suzuka, mate. You're already, as I said, in Fuji Raceway.
Yeah, Reed in the pros doing an absolutely stellar job. Is Howenick going to get Young going down into Casio? He's not. It is going to be as they are. And it is Xander Reed with Ayden Young behind him. Young's going to hold on from Howenick here. And he isn't, unfortunately. Ayden Young takes second place. Howenick did not get that position. It's going to be Chris Daniel in
Chris has lost it.
The arms, yeah, Daniel stacked it at the end there. Managed it, going to hold on though, I think, Biggles.
Yeah, but he's gone from an 8 to a 9, and that's a whole different ball game, isn't it?
Jonathan Deckisher
For the next race.
is going to take second place. And then Carl Ribbon
Can't miss
will
the Canadian
get
livery there, can you? Of course, that's the red machine. There's a few people just going to stack it up. That's going to be a great place. Oh, welcome along, of course,
But there
to
we
a
go.
bit of fun. Maybe they're trying to get a couple of the iRacing not top 10 highlights, of course, but then this is just, they're already across the line, so they're allowed to smash the cars.
Yeah, they still get incident points though. So that's like, you know,
Do you really?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you get incident points for a certain amount of time after the finishing line.
Well, I would suggest that then, but it's so entertaining.
Yeah, it is. If they haven't had no incident points throughout the race. Obviously, if they've had incident points, well, you know, hey-o, boys. Right, here are the results from Heat 1. And it is Xander Reed in your winner from 8.2 seconds to Ayden Young, Mikey Hownick third, Charlie Puya fourth, Michael McLeod fifth, Jordan Strudwick 11 seconds back in the sixth, Shannon Mofferall seventh, Colby Warren will be on pole for the next race in eighth, Chris Daniel ninth, Corey Lazarus 10th, Samuel Sproul 11th, Alex Witt 12th, Jonathan Deckisher 13th, Carl Ribbon 14th, Charles Edward 15th, Ariel Julien 16th, Dan Moreira 17th, Sean Mulholland is down in 18th place. Niall Killen 19th, Gary Watson 20th, Adam Schmidt 21st, Michael Carrillo 22nd, Luigi Santiago 23rd, Young Choi 24th, Jean Rivera 25th, Anthony Robinson, Kenny Eckert and Hayden Bush 26th, 7th and 8th place respectively. So just going to go into a brief 1 minute warm-up left here as well. Thank you so much for joining us. If you are here, don't forget to give the video a big old thumbs up, turn on the bells for notification and subscribe. That'd be amazing. We just hit 1,100 subscribers this evening.
Ooh, wow. Feels like it was just yesterday. We hit 1K, of course, and looking forward to James's Foodcast. Well, James going to be, what, literally, mate, almost within a week's time. You're going to have a bit of a break. So don't you worry. We will definitely miss you, of course, James. But your wife is going to love the fact that she's going to get more time with you as you get your holiday in Spain. But we'll have everybody else, of course, here in the fantastic network covering all those races. So you can just sit back and relax. Give us your Foodcast when you come back.
Yeah, she's going to love it.
Give us you got to record your Foodcast there, of course, but edit it when you come back because it wouldn't be fair to tell your wife to allow you to use the computer and be doing all that sort of stuff. But that's something else. And on top of it, James, you just announced the other day another children's charity race. Looking forward to that. Can you let everybody know what that's about?
Yeah, so we're doing the Big Dreams, Little Voices again, where we have children in the booth with us on June the 11th in aid of the Rainbow Trust. We've extended it to 6 hours of Watkins Glen. We have got a 2K target this time around. We hit £1,500. We hit our £1,000 target last time. We're going to go for 2K this time. And we're going to do 6 hours of Watkins Glen. And so that should be an exciting one and a good one. If you haven't seen it, it is on the JPB YouTube channel. Just search Big Dreams, Little Voices in the search bar and it will come up. But here is the grid for race 2. Colby Warren in first, Shannon Mofferall second, Jordan Strudwick third, Michael McLeod fourth, Charlie Puya fifth, Mikey Hownick 6th, Ayden Young 7th, Xander Reed 8th, Chris Daniel 9th, Corey Lazarus is in 10th. Samuel Sproul 11th, Alex Witt down in 12th place. Jonathan Deckisher 13th, Carl Ribbon 14th, Charles Edward 15th, Ariel Julien 16th, Dan Moreira 17th, Sean Mulholland 18th, Niall Killen 19th, Gary Watson 20th, Adam Schmidt 21st, Michael Carrillo 22nd, Luigi Santiago 23rd, Young Choi down in 24th. Jean Rivera 25th, Anthony Robinson 26th, Kenny Eckert 27th, Hayden Bush 28th, and Felipe Straffarelli in 29th place. But it is going to be Colby Warren, your first man on the grid currently at the moment. He's got to be looking at trying to get a run here to see how he does down into turn 1. As you say, there are links down in the Discord below. The lights are going to be out for race 2. And we are green, and it is Colby Warren with Shannon Mofferall side by side heading down into turn 1 there as well. Jordan Strudwick, Michael McLeod, Charlie Puya all trying to go through as well. Michael McLeod's going to get squeezed out here. He's going to lose that place to Jordan Strudwick. Oh, Shannon Mofferall, hold on. Oh, just manages to hold on down into turn 1. Jordan Strudwick up 2, nearly into first place. Give him room going up through the S's. He does too. Xander Reed's only up 1 at the moment, battling away with Ayden Young and Corey Lazarus sweeping up through the S's currently at the moment here at Suzuka, but it is Jordan Strudwick out in front here. Biggles doing an absolutely stellar job with Corey Lazarus and Xander Reed down in 8th and 9th place at the moment.
Yeah, great job. The dress rehearsal off the line. Everybody got through there safe. Snaking through there, of course, Jordan in the lead of this race, and Kobe had battled out, of course, in the previous race there to get this reverse grid. What's great is that Ayden Young is still managing to keep Xander Reed behind him. That's going to be very, very crucial. Corey's just behind them, as you can see right there on your pictures as they go underneath the figure 8. In Suzuka for the first lap of the feature race. 30 minutes to go. So, and look at the temperatures as well. So that's definitely deep and wide out there on the top of Dunlop.
Yeah, not an ideal place to try and send it in there as well. In Dunlop, you will end up going off the track, and you will lose it there as well. Xander Reed's gone off. He's still going off. Come back. Come back.
Yeah, that's a tangle with, once again, Ayden Young between those two drivers. Both young drivers, of course. Xander Reed's now got a little bit of frustration, but he's got to get back into it because the band's quickest, obviously, probably the quickest on the track. You got to think he could definitely come back from P20, not a problem. We'll make that a little bit further back now, but yes, if anybody can do it, Xander Reed would, and, you know, shine of a good driver, of course, is keeping cool, hold fast, they would say back in the sailor days when you were sailing a lot of convicts to Australia.
Mate, Xander Reed is currently down in 23rd place. That's a lot of comeback he's got to try and do over the next 27 minutes, right?
Anybody can do it.
No, I know he's quick, mate, but I reckon maybe 15th here as well, as Colby Warren is under attack from Mikey Howanick and Michael McLeod in 3rd and 4th place respectively here as well. Jonathan Deckisher behind, chasing down Alex Witt again. These two resuming their battles in race 2 as they were in race 1. It's been an absolutely stellar battle here, and Xander Reed is now unfortunately down the order, sitting here in 23rd place behind Anthony Robinson from the Canada or the Canadian. Not sure how that one works
Canadian.
out. Yeah.
But look at that. Just slicing his way through. Keep an eye on the chat. Let everybody in the chat, obviously, thank you very much for tuning in there. And let us know where you think Xander Reed is going to finish this race after having a little tango, of course, with Mr. Ayden Young, who's currently running at P5. Not sure exactly what happened with that one, but I'm sure we get time. Bit of a switcheroo's happened there too between Mikey and the other Mikey, Michael McLeod, and Mikey Howick, mate. It's like deja vu, isn't it, from Heat 1?
Yeah, there was a lot of people off track at the same time that Xander Reed went off, unfortunately, as well. So it is where Xander went off here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bit late.
At the point where look at that. Yes, so there. I wonder if it. Yeah, we'll have a look.
No, he's already off.
This is just a.
I don't
know if you can go and reverse it all up there, James. I know it doesn't always look the best, but at some point might be the only time we get to catch it.
Yeah, it doesn't always. No, I don't like this.
Yeah, we got the ability here of reversing time here.
Yeah, well, here we go. They're battling out at the moment. That's the 916 there beside him. I hate doing that. With Shannon Moffrell. And it is him and Moffrell make contact.
Yeah.
And that's what sends Reed round. And unfortunately, he tries to bring it back in, hits the grass, and then spins the back end round. He's probably sat in the car going completely, how did I end up spinning round there? But he did. And now Mikey Howanick is in the pits. Howanick went off track. Now Killen has unfortunately had another incident. Howanick here with McLeod. McLeod's on the left-hand side. Oh, this is all on your own, sir. All on your own. Whoa.
Oh, it flips it too. You don't see that very often.
Yeah. And around he goes, does Mikey Howanick, and goes straight into the pits. Michael McLeod, Ayden Young battling away here as well. Ariel Julien, Deckisher and Witt still fighting away. Witt up in 9th place currently from the BSC league that he's normally used to just turning left, is Alex Witt. But he's now doing lefts and rights at Suzuka, so an absolute stellar job from him. Xander Reed's trying to come back through. He's now in 20th with Hayden Bush in front of him. Just sit back on that one. Hopefully Bush will have a better race 1 than he did race 2, because he did not finish race 1. And he's going to allow Xander Reed to go through.
Allow him through.
Yeah, Xander Reed shoots through there. Job done.
You got to remember too, you got to switch the steering wheel to the other side here, because in Japan, of course, just like the United Kingdom, mate. They're steering side of the road. It actually comes back to an old reference, I believe, as to which side of the samurais it used to walk through for respect or something. There's a reason why they're driving that side of the road here in Japan.
Really?
Don't 100% quote me on that one. But yeah, something around that. If you look at the history of why Japan's one of those countries that is similar to what we are, of course, and I know why we are in Australia on that side of the road because we copied you. But for Japan, of course, was a
Ayden
completely
Young's
different
going
empire at that
through.
point. Yeah.
2-6 Biggles. Ayden Young going through over Michael McLeod, and Ayden Young is now in third place. It is still Jordan Strudwick, Colby Warren, but it is now Young and McLeod with Moffrell, Lazarus behind that as well. Puya 1.1 back in the other KY. There he is in the background, 4-1-4-4-4-4. And then Alex Witt has gone on the defensive over Jonathan Dekisher. He's going to send Dekisher around the outside. If Dekisher wants to try and make that move, he's not going to make that move down into turn one around the outside. It would just be absolute danger for him. And Witt once again manages to hold on to that 9th place with Dekisher in 10th, leading the AMPs currently here this evening as well. Gary Watson having a nice little battle with Adam Schmidt further down the order. So Adam Schmidt trying to fight his way up, down 1 on where he started. Hayden Bush is up 8, and Xander Reed, of course, down 11 further down. Young Choi is another man here with Jean-William Rivera. That's how close Rivera is as these guys go sweeping through Dunlop. Don't do that.
Don't upset James. He's got the bull on there. Almost like the AlphaTauri, isn't it?
Yeah.
But he's a silver bull rather than a red bull.
Yeah, but he definitely does not want to be catching curbs, mate, going through Dunlop and Degner. Lead to great danger for him. I'm recommending.
That flip that you saw before with that accident, James, going back to that, I want to say that really quickly. Remember, that's over basically the figure 8 part of the track. And I was wondering if you could jump that fence there and come all the way back down. It's a possibility. But anyway, don't go jumping any fences at the moment. Get your eyes glued to the screen there. No time for popcorn, James. Too much motor racing action with 20.
Oh, young
7.
Choi.
Yeah.
Choi. Not an ideal way of going into Spoon there, Kurt, sir. Dan Morera is behind you and definitely does not need you joining him. Xander Reed is trying to clear Niall Killen currently at the moment. So Xander having a good old go at Niall Killen. There we go, on to the bonnet. Is he going to be able to get...
Imagine Xander Reed taking a 6-for-1 special here if there's something happens. I mean, anybody could do it. And here he is. He has to sit back and watch this as everybody going crazy into Casio. And there it is, James. I could have even been calling that one a little bit early. He got 3, I think.
Yeah, Niall Killen, Rivera. Oh, man. Niall Killen.
I've foreseen it. I don't know why, but I did.
Well, we can blame you for that one then, because you decided to curse all of them. There you go.
I was surprised that Xander put his foot down and just committed to that one. I would have backed off a little bit and let them all do that, but it's probably a good idea. Otherwise, he wouldn't have the opportunity to slice through the middle. You saw the pictures.
Oh! Is that Chris Daniel? Your winner of the AMS is gone.
Oh.
He's out. And Xander Reed now
mad.
battling with young Choi through the S's side by side here, Biggles. It's not going to... Is this going to work out too well?
He's going to get the exit.
No. Young Choi's battling away through Dunlop, and Xander Reed does manage to get through and is now in 15th. He's starting his comeback. How far can he get? That will be the question. And Shannon
That's
Moffrell,
what you called, James. That's what you called P15 position at the moment. Well, guess what? It's got 20 minutes to go, so a lot more work to do. In the chat, nobody gave us a position here. I'm predicting my friend a podium. That's a tall order.
What, for Xander Reed?
Yes, sir. I do think it's possible. He has time.
It's got 18 seconds. He's got about 15 to get to Ayden Young. Never in a month for Sundays.
James.
Never.
Are you gonna put a side bet on this one?
You have got more hope of winning the lottery than Xander Reed getting on the podium.
All right. Quote this words. Mark my words.
All right.
We shall see.
What are you thinking of the side bet anyway? I'll tell you what. If Xander Reed does not get onto the podium, you donate $20 to the Rainbow Trust. Right?
I'll do that. All right, that's a fair bet.
And if he does...
Because even if I lose, it's a win.
Well, yeah, technically.
For the charity.
And if he does get onto the podium, I'll donate $20 to the Rainbow
All right,
Trust.
that's fair.
All right, or £20, because obviously it's UK conversion. All right.
Anybody else out there want to double the backing on the bet there? Of course, it's all for charity, so it's a good. I like that, James. That's a good call. That's a good bet, actually.
Yeah,
What's happened here?
Oh, Killen is off again.
Ooh, excellent.
No, Killen gone off again. Hayden Bush has gained another position. He's up 11 at the moment. The man who had an absolute awful race 1, no offence, Hayden, but you did, as up 11 places in race 2. So a great. Oh, Young Choi? Nope. Carrillo?
Yeah. No, Michael
Carrillo, yeah. Off he goes. And Xander Reed's got a Damarera in front of him in 14th at the moment with 18 minutes to go. I'll take that action with Dean. Oh.
So, right, okay. So we're going to be on that one. Okay, so James, does that mean you got to do 40 then, James?
No, it means you're doing 40.
If
I'm not getting involved.
If Ryan backs up at 20?
So hold on. So let's clarify the bet. If Xander Reed does not get pole, or not get third place, you donate $40 now, because Ryan's going to have some with you as well.
Ryan has to donate 20 and I donate 20 if he's backing me. Yes, correct.
So hold on. Are you backing Biggles? I'm so confused. What's going on?
He said they'd take that action with me. I guess we'll see. And then obviously if we lose, if we lose, of course we'll still get 20 each. If we win, but if we're correct, then James, you have to put 40. Oh, that's not fair.
I don't see how that works out. I tell you what, if I win, you both do 40. And
no, we both do 20. That's 40 total.
Yeah. Oh, hold on a minute. So if I lose, I'll do 20. If you win, I'll do 20. Yep. And if I win, the fact that Xander Reed is not going to get onto the podium, you both will do 20 each.
Yeah, 20 each. We'll do 20 each.
Right. Okay. So Xander,
you still do 20. We'll do 20 each. Ryan's backing me, which means he's committing 20 to Al.
Ariel Julien has just given Xander Reed another place. 12 seconds now.
12 now. Look at this. It's coming down. Look at that. 17 minutes. So the clock is still on his side. He's basically getting 1 or 2 positions per lap.
Right.
Now, do your math on that.
Stop giving him these positions. Come on, boys.
James is now fighting against the championship leader here to not get. James is worried about 20 quid in his back pocket that he doesn't want to give away here.
It's for the Rainbow Trust. It helps towards my target. Yeah. But at the end of the day, that's a back marker. No, that's
Brian's
a back.
backed it up?
No, it's a back marker. All right. Yeah, I'll do 20. Biggles does 20. James, you only do 20. Okay, cool. I like that. That's fine.
And the kids get essentially 60, so good on them.
Well, yeah, no, they get 40, but we'll see.
Well, they'll get either 20 or 40 at this point, yes.
Yeah.
Here we go, Xander Reed making his way through. James, you might switch it back over to intervals on the screen, because the gap, you've seen the gap, because you want to see if you're going to shave 17 seconds, my friend, to Jordan leading this race.
Well,
it's a possibility.
I don't know, because he's got 6 seconds to Dekischer, right? And let's do the math here. Dekischer's on his last time out was doing a 2:05. Xander did a 2:03.5. Dekischer did a 2:05.2. So 1.8 seconds. So it's going to take him a couple of laps to at least get to 9th place. And by that point, he's only got 15 minutes to go. So I fear that it may not work out for you guys. I've got to be honest. And
you feared the cage before the other leg. Keep an eye out on Lazarus or Warren. That's a battle for Kobe, of course. Colby that started this race in the reverse grid. He's got the Black Heart Motorsports Corey Lazarus on his tailpipe, tooth and nail, as you're watching Reed as well, which I think, well, actually, we'll definitely keep that one, Reed, my friend, because 2 of those battles happening. Good thing we have replays. Xander Reed's going to take this one.
Right, I'll put the very long donation link in chat for you there, right? Actually, it's that long that YouTube won't even like it. There's got to be another way of getting donation link than that.
Yeah,
sure.
I maybe if you give me the link there, James, I can use the Google shortener URL thing.
Yeah, well, mate, it's a big old Gert link. So I'll send it to you and you can have a look.
You send it to me and I'll sort that out for you, of course.
Look at the size of that.
Crunch that.
Gee whiz, man. Right, wow. Xander Reed is currently in 11th place. He's got 10th place Alex Witt behind him. Witt can hold on here as well. That would be ideal. Dekish is still 6 seconds up the road. I'm going to see how he struggles to get to that one. And but never say never. And 14 minutes on the clock here for Xander Reed, fighting up with Alex Witt through the Dunlop they go. While Biggles works his background magic there, that would be absolutely amazing. And maybe we could do it this way. I'm trying to see if I can do it another way. But yeah, that old link is a big old link. So
yeah, we might have to use like something like Tiny URL or something. I'll just look on this for a second. There's so many of them.
Yeah, well, that's the. Actually, we should get on that one. This will work. There we go.
James got it.
That would be. Try that one. I've just searched the page on Just Giving. The second one I've sent you, Biggles. Xander,
What's that link?
Xander Reed. Yeah, it goes straight through to the Big Dreams Little Voices page. Is that right?
Correct, sir.
We've raised £183 so far, and we only opened.
Xander Reed about to take a P10 position with 13 minutes to go.
What's
a tall order.
Yeah, you get excited there. Good evening, Michael David. How did your race go with ASR and LSRL? I watched a bit of a broadcast, and that was about it. But Xander Reed and Alex Witt here, finding out for 10th and 11th place. Dekisher still 6 seconds up the road, 13 minutes on the clock. Reed's going to try and sweep round the outside. He's not. Witt's going to defend hard. Keep defending there, Alex Witt. It's like Evander Holyfield and Mike Tyson in his prime, and the old timer of Witt is going to defend that position. He's not going to let him run down the wall. He's going to hug that inside line. God, Alex Witt. Hold him.
But Xander Reed is now Muhammad Ali, my friend. So you want to get your boxing gloves out right now.
He's going to send it through.
There it is.
No.
Muhammad Reed goes on through. Up at a P10 currently at the moment. He's got 7 to go to get a podium. Maybe, James, we could revise and say maybe top 5. I don't know. Let's negotiate a half or something like that. I don't know. We'll still commit to this.
You're not revising you said podium. You said podium. So that's 3rd place.
All right, fine.
And he's got about, what's he got? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 seconds, 13 seconds maybe to Colby Warren. Let's have a look on the gaps and see here as well, and see what he's got currently at the moment to try and make up. He's currently sitting on 18. He's got 14 seconds to Corey Lazarus.
Michael's probably wondering out there in the chat, what is he just come into? Well, Xander Reed had a spin earlier. Well, actually, it was a little bit of contact with another car on lap 1, I think, of this feature race, and dropped all the way down to what position? What, 23?
Yeah.
24?
23 he was.
23, yeah. And now he's climbed his way back up into 10. And I said about that point there to James that I think it's a possibility that Xander can get himself back on a podium, as there is a battle between Kobe Warren has gone off the track there, James. So what has happened here?
He's facing the other way. Talk about giving Xander Reed a free position. Kobe Warren. Oh! Was that Michael McLeod? It was.
So Mikey's going to have some damage here. And then that could be a bigger smile currently at the moment for Xander Reed. So now he gets P9. He knows that there's a damaged car up the road there with Mikey.
Still got 6 seconds.
Because Michael's gone on the pit road. So there's Xander Reed up into now P8.
And he's only going to have about 5 laps to go. And he's got Jonathan Dekisher down the road at the moment. There's Dekisher there in the 139. Xander Reed's now in 8th place. There is...
it's broken. It's blowing up. Look at that, out of the pit road too.
496. That's Kenny Eckert there. Is blown up. Reed's just gone in deep into turn 1. And now is not doing well. So Michael should back 20 in on James's side too. Well, maybe. Do you want a piece of this?
Yeah, Mikey, to see the bets are, just to repeat to Michael out there. There's so many Michaels. Mikey here, Mikey there. Michael's going to be doing a improv night with me too the other day. Not on your network there, James, but that's just something for fun.
Oh, when's
tomorrow
that?
night, co-hosting with me tomorrow night there, Michael, aren't you? So.
Oh yeah. What did the postman steal my invite or something? Did he?
It's too late for you, my friend, over in the United Kingdom. No, we'll
really?
get you planned in the future.
Really, with my time zone, I don't even sleep when I should be sleeping.
You got to think if Ayden Young, of course, and Jordan. Now, Ayden's still keeping Jordan. That's the battle for P1 and P2 for company. It is going to be a tall order, of course, for Mr. Xander Reed, but I tell you what, he's got blinkers on like a racehorse. He's going to go for gold.
He's not
Kentucky
making
Derby, the Melbourne Cup. I don't even know what you have in the UK for the race.
Grand National.
Famous race courses.
Grand National. He's not making an inroad in Jonathan Dekisher here, I'm not going to lie. Dekisher is 5.5 seconds up front currently. Believe it or not, that is a 5-second gap, which doesn't look 5 seconds, but it is a 5 seconds gap according to the timing screen. Not entirely sure that's correct either, to be honest. I'd be very worried if it is 5 seconds, but it's not. It's 8/10 back out to a second. Decker's just got 5 seconds to Moffrel. So Shannon Moffrel is now doing a last time out he did a 2:0. He just done a 2:04. What's Xander Reed going to do here as he goes across the line?
P7. That's what he's going to do, my friend. As he's going to take him into turn 1, and that's going to be a classic overtaking opportunity. And a job done. Look at that. Even before the exit, of course, Xander Reed, man, you got a man's a 7K I rating. So why are we not surprised he's slicing his way up through the field? But what I am surprised at, that Ayden Young for the Fiercely Forward is not finding way past Jordan.
Yeah, Michael's asked, what's the bet, Biggles? If you want to explain the bet to Michael David.
Okay, so if Xander Reed gets within the top 3, gets a podium position, then James has to donate 20, of course, to the Big Dreams little charity that he'll be casting some point in the future. And if James loses, so if Xander Reed does get on that podium, then sorry, the other way around. So if Xander Reed does not get on the podium, then myself, I have to donate $20
and
to charity,
Ryan
as well as
O'Connor.
Ryan, because Ryan's backing me. So, Mikey, if you want to flip a coin and pick it's too late now to pick a side on that one. It's 7 minutes remaining in this race. It's going to be a tall order for Xander Reed, that's for sure, but you never know what's going to happen. Look at the cars there. You got a battle for P4 brewing. You got a battle for P1 and P2. You've seen what happens before the James. They come together and positions can be taken, position can be given.
No, he's got a long old hope there. So basically, Michael, if Xander Reed gets podium, I've got to donate £20 to the Big Dreams Little Voices charity that we're broadcasting on June the 11th. If Xander Reed doesn't get a podium, Biggles and Ryan O'Connor have got to donate £20 to the Big Dreams Little Voices. It's got to be in pounds, you two. None of this dollar malarkey.
Oh, you didn't tell me that.
Yeah. I don't want none of this dollar malarkey going on, because you get a cheap conversion.
Same anyway, mate. Here we go. Opportunity. Oh, that's a way to block the opportunity there for Ayden Young. Of course, you are allowed to move on to braking for the last couple of points.
No.
Oh, James, you're going to get so excited if they both go off the track here, but come on, Ayden.
Yeah, Ayden,
you got it done.
Yeah, he did over Jordan Stradwick there as well. Job done for him. Reed is in 7th, 4.6 seconds back with 6 minutes on the clock. I don't think he's going to do this. I have to be honest. If he manages to get a podium out of this, gee whiz, Batman.
You didn't think Lewis Hamilton was going to win the championship, isn't it, back in Brazil?
Well, he didn't.
On the last lap of the last couple of corners.
Yeah, but he got let through. We all know that one. Charlie Puya's under attack from Samuel Sprout as well. I don't care what you say. I really don't. Samuel Sprout here trying to fight with Charlie Puya for 5th and 4th place respectively. Xander Reed is still 4.5 seconds back from Shannon Moffrel here currently at the moment. And last lap time, Shannon on a 2:04.57. Xander Reed on a 2:03.12, the fastest lap of the race. Colby Warren has been off and is terminating himself quite happily in Spoonnet. The knowledge there of I'll be back, I don't think is quite going to work out.
I was
for Charlie
just about
Puya.
to say, you spoiled it from his. He's like, don't you worry, he'll be back. Samuel Sproul is looking to go forward, not backwards. Battling it at the back there with Charlie in P4.
Yeah, O'Connor.
Now, James, so you're going to see a little possibility of something coming together there and allowing Xander Reed through. Anyway, go ahead.
No, we don't want a possibility of them taking each other out. Mr. O'Connor has said, yeah, it'll be in Great British pounds. Don't forget that. Mm-hmm. I don't want none of this cheap conversions, because you two are being cheap on the bet.
Mate.
Yeah.
I just trade in $1 Australian and it gives me 50 British pounds. It's not a problem. All right. Here we go.
Really? No, it doesn't. Get out.
No.
I think you're a little bit excited there, mate.
Hey, a bet's a bet and a deal's a deal, of course, at the end of the day. As I said, the biggest achievers out of that one will be the Big Dreams.
Yeah.
Little voices. Samuel's got to find a way. This is close. Now, you want to be tucked up the gearbox at the moment. You basically don't even be able to see your braking points. All you want to see is the rear end of the KY Porsche, and then swing it out and make an opportunity here as we're getting definitely down to the dying stages. Xander Reed, come on. I know you can pull a miracle off, mate. There's only 4 positions or so to get a podium.
Mate, he's 2.8 back. He's over 13 seconds behind Corey Lazarus in third. If he gets this, I would go out tomorrow and stick a lottery ticket on, because he ain't. It'll be very far-fetched if Xander Reed gets up to here with Corey Lazarus. He's just way too far back.
Both of Ryan and I will put $20 on a lottery then with the money
Well,
saving.
I would. So I think Dean and I should get our donations ready. Xander had a tight couple of battles that slowed him up. Yep, definitely. And I want to see that up as well. Don't forget, we get, it tells us who are our recent donations on that channel link. So I want to be seeing your names.
I'll do it after this race.
Yeah.
I'm a man of my word.
Come the morning when I wake up. So no, I'll probably be awake for another couple of hours yet, to be fair, but never mind.
Wait, you've heard it live. James does sleep. I thought that was a myth.
Mate, it technically was, because yesterday I'd slept before I did the broadcast, and I slept for about 3 hours. Michael David will know this story. And then I did the broadcast, right, and I said, I'm not really tired. I sat there till about 6:30 in the morning because I just couldn't sleep. I was like, right, but this is nice. And then I woke up at 12:30.
Your biological clock
mate, it's shot.
Broken, mate.
Mate, it's shot to hell. It's all over the place.
You'd be almost like you're an F1 team manager or something like.
Get on, Corey! Get on!
Oh, Causa! Causa, what's happening, mate?
Oh, let's going down into Casio. He went in too hot. Into Casio triangle. Shot himself off. Too many beans.
He should be okay, but...
Yeah,
He had a gap back there, so Charlie, so it might be okay, because remember that you got Samuel sprawled there, belly up Charlie. Not quite sure that anything's going to happen, so Ayden got that position done. Can Jordan come back and try to steal that one back? That's going to be a...
tall order.
A bit, and the tall order, of course, but then again, you never know. Somebody might come together here at the moment. Xander Reed's already caught the back there, so he's shaved that too for now. Unfortunately, time is not on his side to get that podium position and save all those poor little dreamers.
Yeah.
Essentially, my dreaming.
Yeah.
Getting a podium for him.
Biggles has literally just worked this evening for nothing. he's not even got paid. But don't let him through! Oh, shut up, my bro.
Can we revise the bet? I was going to ask you before, about 10 minutes ago, if we revise the bet and we'll halve it.
No.
And will you halve your risk and we would double our reward if he was to get P5? But
no, I'm not doing that.
It's too late now. We couldn't do that.
Yeah. Ryan O'Connor has already donated, Biggles. He's turned around and he's accepted defeat, unfortunately.
So I appreciate that. I love it. I appreciate it for backing me up, mate, because 99.9% of the time, I'm always right.
Yeah, as well. I did like the fact that he's put it as anonymous, so we don't even know it's him. So he may not have even donated because he didn't put his name on it. I don't know.
Well, considering the amount of donations probably occurred in the last hour, and we're just talking about it. So
but shush. Shush. Shh. We did have a nice... Do you know Tony Rodriguez from the SDR?
Yes, sir.
He donated $100.
Oh, wow.
I know.
Tony.
Yeah, they're looking at the SDR are looking at putting a team in if they can get a team. I've asked every...
I'll be donating again, James. I'll be definitely donating tonight, but I'll definitely be donating again, of course, when the event is on. As you said, what date again? June the
11th for 6 hours of Watkins Glen. I think Mr. O'Connor is actually looking at getting a team in, but it depends on the GT3. He's like, he wants the Mercedes. Yeah. So we'll have to see what GT3s we put in. And the TCRs as well. It is multi-class, GT3 and TCRs. So this gap now, a final lap of the race here. And Xander Reed is in 6th place.
He's got 4 seconds, no problems. He could get so much problem by the end of the lap.
He might get 5th, but I think the rest of it, I think you've got no hope. Catching two, he's got 9 seconds to Corey Lazarus at least. So, but Samuel Sprout is battling away with Charlie Puya. Xander Reed is coming round Dunlop.
Ryan.
These guys are on their way out.
Ryan, strip off and run out naked on the track right now. We'll get a track invasion. We'll have to call. No! James, this anything is possible. Let's say it is here. Look at this.
Do this. Final lap of the race. Charlie Puya.
Look where Xander Reed is. Look where Xander Reed is. And a couple of cars up the road there for a podium position here on the dying stage. It's only a few more handful to go. Look at this, James.
There's Reed in the background. There's Corey Lazarus. He's not. Shush. He's trying to get past Charlie Puya at the moment. And he's got to get past Puya and also down into Lazarus, who's now about Oh, he's 5 seconds up the road is Corey Lazarus. I don't think Xander Reed's going to be able to do this as long as Lazarus can nail this Casio triangle. Come on, Corey, don't do what you just did last time. Up front is still Ayden Young and Strudwick. And I think it's going to be Young taking the victory here with Strudwick in second. Oh, please, Corey, get through this. Get through, Casio. Just get through, Casio, dude. Good job there
He's got
as
his
well.
teammate behind him. But I think
it's
Xander
going to
might
be
steal.
Ayden Young, Jordan Strudwick, Xander Reed with Charlie Puya. Xander's battled his way back to 6th place. Didn't quite hit that podium. Oh, no, is it going to be 5th? Oh, no, is it going to be 5th?
Yes, it will be.
No.
Maybe it's going to be photo finish.
No, done and dusted there as well. Get on. Off you go, Biggles. I want to see it before I go to bed.
All right, okay. I'm just I'm pulling the link up that you're right. We'll get it sorted.
And Dekisha wins the AM class with Charles Edward there in 2nd place. But it is Young, Stradwick, Lazarus, Dekisha, Edward, and Ribbing in the AMs. With Michael Curillo down in 16th. Young Choi is just coming over the line as well. So, Young Choi there making his way through with Hayden Bush. So,
What a race.
Santiago there coming across the line. Where is he, sir? He's coming around Casio Triangle. I thought he could do it, Lowell. You know you'll get plenty more donations out of me. We're going to hit the 2.5 GBPs. Well, that's the plan. That is definitely the plan here as well. And what we're also going to do, under the chat, there is this support JPBroadcasting thing. If you do use any of them messages as well, all the money from that will go to the charity at the same time. So whatever that raises will go to the charity as well. But here are the results of the feature race here. And it is Ayden Young in 1st place, Jordan Strudwick in 2nd, 0.076 of a second back. Corey Lazarus in 3rd, Charlie Puya 4th, Xander Reed 5th place. Shannon Mofferall 6th, Jonathan Deckish 7th, Alex Witt 8th, Charles Edward 9th, Michael McLeod 11th, Carl Ribbon 10th, Michael McLeod. Carl Ribbon 11th, Dan Morero 12th, Adam Schmidt 13th, Sean Mulholland 14th, Samuel Sproul 15th, Michael Curillo 16th, Young Choi 17th, and Hayden Bush is down in 18th place. Anthony Robinson 19th, Luigi Santiago 20th, Colby Warren 21st, Chris Daniel 22nd, Gary Watson 23rd, Niall Killen down in 24th, Kenny Eckert 25th, Ariel Julien 26th, John Rivera didn't finish and neither did Mikey Howanick there in 28th, and neither did Felipe Straffarelli. So there we go. Good job. And we have got Ayden Young sitting here in the booth. Let's bring Ayden in. Ayden, good evening to you, sir. How are you?
I'm good.
Awesome stuff. Not a bad race for you at all. I see. Battle back. Took Jordan Strudwick towards the end and then made your way up into 1st place and stayed there. Absolutely stellar job.
Yeah, I just made sure I did a good job of saving my tires all race because I knew the track temp was getting hotter as the race went on. And I could feel the tire dead getting really bad. So I just tried to manage my tires while being smooth and staying consistent, but while doing fast lap times. And I think I did a pretty good job of managing that because I ended up on top.
Yeah, you definitely did there as well. Race 1, how did you find race 1?
Race 1 was a little bit of a struggle for me. I was struggling with the car, not quite sure why. I was getting snaps out of every corner. I was fighting the car in race 1. It was a hard race in race 1, but I still pushed and tried my best and ended up getting a P2 out of that.
Yeah, awesome job there, sir. Well done for that one as well. Onwards and upwards, mate. An absolutely stellar evening from yourself. So well done to you there as well. Going forward, we are on our way to Magny-Cours next week. What do you? I don't really like Magny-Cours. I've got to be honest, Ayden. What about yourself?
Oh, I absolutely love it. In this league, that was the track I got my first win at. So very memorable.
Okay, well, difference of opinion there, sir. Hopefully it'll go well for you. Anyone you want to give a shout out to before we let you go this evening?
Yes, I'd like to thank my team for watching and cheering me on. helping me get faster, get better at driving, to become a better and much more quicker driver, and all my teammates for supporting me, watching me, and cheering me on this race, and then also them for practicing with me, trying to help me improve on anything that I can improve on, and then my dad for watching and spotting for me tonight, so I could just focus on my driving, just look forward and not look back, and just get ahead of the field.
Awesome stuff there, bud. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and we look forward to chatting to you at Magny-Cours next week.
Yeah, see you guys next week.
See you later. Well, there we go. That was Ayden Young as well. I have just read this, right? I've just gone into the donations page. I'm a Brusso. You just cracked me up completely. I don't know how to turn right, only left. So there's no point in racing, so I'll just donate instead. That's what he said.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I'm a Bruce, so I appreciate the $20 donation there. Thank you so much for that one. And did you do yours, Mr. Biggles, sir?
Of course I did.
Another anonymous. Did it really?
Yes.
Did he really?
Yes.
Didn't put his name on it.
Did he really?
Did he really?
It's 22 quid with taxes.
Oh, well, there you go. I can't help that one. So sum it up for us, young sir, this evening.
Oh, you put me on the spot there, James. Vending machines, tarmac, cars, fast, Suzuka, action. GG's Ayden Young there, and great job there from Xander Reed, of course. And don't forget the Blackout Motorsport team as well, too, of Corey and Samuel. They're getting a nice 7 positions gain between both of those in the feature race there, 3rd and 4th.
Yeah, absolutely stellar job for them ones. Thank you so much for joining me. Appreciate all the everybody that's jumped in, and I had a little bit of a giggle as we've gone on doing this race as well. There was a race happening at the same time, folks. I'm not going to lie. And we did bring you commentary, so there we go. But all in all, guys, an absolutely stellar evening of racing here from the PCUP Challenge. I'm going to go and try and sleep. Biggles is probably going to sit up for about another 6 hours. But all in all, it's been a fantastic evening. So if you do want to get yourselves involved in the Big Dreams, Little Voices, you can join the Discord in the link below, the JPB Leagues Discord, and come and join us for the race. 6 hours at Watkins Glen on June the 11th. Don't forget, we've still got the GT4s and the Clio Cups on a Monday and a Wednesday, respectively. The Clio's is nearly full, mind you. We're 38 out of 40. GT4s, I think there's about 7 or 8 spaces available. So if you want to get yourself involved, hit that JPB Leagues Discord and come and find out all about it in the Discord there as well. But for now, guys, that's it. It's going to round up tonight's broadcast. Thank you so much to everybody in chat as well. Much love to you all. But for now, from myself and the mighty Dean Biggles, you all take care. Have a great week. And you never know, we might see you on the track sometime. Good night.